I'm Jambo. I'm Jambo Tena. The last time I was in Mombasa, I attempted speaking Kiswahili, and then I was told, you have just made it in English, because we know so much Swahili in Mombasa, we don't want to be told more Swahili. Now, permit me to thank the leadership of the Law Society here in Malindi, the Vice Chair, Mr. Binyanya. Also allow me to thank the people who made this luncheon possible. Baga, I'm very grateful. Riziki, I'm very grateful. Let me also thank those who met early in the morning because we need a door-to-door visit. We started at the High Court. We visited the registry. We also visited several advocates who were in court. We also had an occasion to speak to the presiding judge, Justice Weldon Korir, who at one point in time was a judge in Nairobi. And I told him in the face of Obaga that he wrote us of a very good judge. But I was informed that Malindi is the retiring town. So good things are matured in Malindi. And let me also thank all of us, because this gathering is well encompassing. There are those who are still in internship. There are many of our colleagues here who are working in the State Law Office, and of course the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. It is my admiration in the presence of all of you that in all the gatherings that I've attended, this is the only one that I've seen advocates from the side of the government. And it's a clear indicator that in Malindi, the advocates are united, despite the fact that some are in private practice and some are in public practice. And this is important because the bread and butter of all advocates is the same. Those who are now in the State Law Office, that's where you get your immigration. So too, those who are in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. But those who are in active combat, like myself and many others, will depend substantially upon those two departments and many other departments that constitute the bread and butter. And it is for that reason, therefore, that I must say the desire to serve the Law Society as president on my part was necessitated by the problems that affect not only those two departments, but many other departments. For instance, we have problems of backlog, we have problems of corruption and impunity in the judiciary. Now, if for those of us who are private practitioners, we are not able to progress our matters, we don't get debts, and even when we get debts, we don't get judgments delivered in time. Or if at all you get a judgment delivered in time, it's a judgment that has been corrupted, then we're not able to make our ends meet. Same with the Lands Office, the company registry, and more importantly, the offices that most of my colleagues here and here facilitate, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution and the Office of the Attorney General. We want to have a conducive working atmosphere where, in accordance with our three pillars, we're able to ensure integrity, efficiency, and accountability. Because it is my firm belief that much as this is a vocation, one that is propelled by our inner desire to serve the public, we must make money. And we cannot make money if these pillars that determine our day-to-day activities are not functioning properly. And it's for that reason that we came up with the slogan, "A brave new bar." Why do we want a brave new bar? There was a time when the Law Society was able to take care of the entire welfare of the lawyers. It was the spokesman of the public. It will be an admission that I make, not only on my behalf, but many other people, that that is not the Law Society we have right now. We need to take back the Law Society to the position in which it was. Now, let's talk about Malindi. This is my maiden visit here in Malindi. And when I went to the office of the Director of Public Prosecution, we were told that you people always come here when you're looking for votes, then thereafter you disappear. We received similar lamentations when we were visiting advocates' offices. Please forgive us, because it looks like we are bearing the punishment for the sins of those who preceded us. But it's a genuine concern that has been raised, because the Law Society Act has contemplated the various branches with a reason and intention that we will have these functions evolved here. And it is for that consideration that we have the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions here. We have a High Court here. We need to have a situation whereby the Law Society, even at the national level, will be able to take care of the affairs of the branch here in Malindi. It should be the responsibility of all of us to facilitate the operation of branches. We need to increase the amount of monies that are due to these branches so that they're able to function. And let me pick the example of Nairobi branch, which I think will also be the same problem that is experienced here. For instance, in Nairobi, we must be having about 4,000 advocates. We don't get sufficient contribution from the national office out of all the monies that are contributed by all of us. Yet the responsibilities of the branches are enormous. So we need to have a situation whereby we can increase that amount that is allocated to the branches, so that you people here in Malindi should be able to conduct your affairs without the burden of having those affairs either financed by you through donations or often from the pocket of the officials. Because that's what we see happening, and that's most of what you do in Nairobi, because we have to contribute money to facilitate this. And we also want a hands-on approach in the manner in which your affairs are attended to, so that if it is processing your practicing certificate. Lately, we have had the encounter of the online application. How many have gone through? Or how many have made the application? Okay. How easy was it? Very frustrating. One word to explain it. Look, technology is a very good thing, but if technology is put in place without the mechanisms that are required to effectuate its functions, then it becomes a hindrance. Because we used to take 5 minutes applying for a practicing certificate. Now the online application may take as long as 2 weeks. So we need to interrogate and see how best the society is able to communicate with its members. Because you'll find there was a time, even during the analog time, when communication used to come as through post. All of us used to receive mail. But right now with technology, you're not able to receive this information. In fact, for me, I've not received any email from the society, either at the branch level or the national level for the last 4 months. And you have now to look for that information. How do you know the calendar of events? How do you get to know what updates are there? And these are very important. There is a concern that has been raised in respect of our colleagues who work in the State Law Office, as well as the Director of Public Prosecutions. Some of you are not able to get the full benefits of the members of the Law Society, because there is an exemption that you get from taking out a practicing certificate. My honest view is that you need to enjoy the full benefits of membership of the Law Society. The bureaucracy we currently have at the Law Society makes it very difficult for you to resume practice in private practice. So unasikia Victor, where you want to be seen? It may cost slightly more, but just take it. Because the moment you get enrolled as an advocate, the moment you sign the role of advocate, you automatically become a member of the Law Society. So that all the benefits that are due to the members must also trickle down to every advocate wherever they are. I know there's always a lot of attrition between the advocates in private practice and those in public practice. For instance, on those not so often occasions, like when the policemen decide to arrest Cliff or better, or when they decide to manhandle Otiende Amolo in the confines of court. I think things of this kind happen because we don't work in harmony. When advocates leave private practice and get into government practice, please don't forget us, because we are just doing the same thing. We are not enemies. Make our work a little bit easier. We will also do the same when it comes to judges. We'll put them to account, but we facilitate the manner in which they're able to deliver, because it is our intention to do the same thing, to ensure that there is efficiency and accountability in the delivery of justice. I will not want to say so much about myself, but you will permit me to give you just a little bit of the reasons as to why, in my view, my track record demonstrates the ability to serve the Law Society. The Act has made it quite clear under Section 4 what the functions and objects of the Council of the Law Society are. And those functions are quite elaborate, and all that they require is to have somebody at the helm of service who has a track record of doing things in a particular way. Somebody who can listen, somebody who can channel your grievances in a bold manner. And Havi is the person who has been doing this for some time. I've been able to counter corruption and impunity in the judiciary. I've been able to counter and deal with corruption and impunity in the manner in which investigations are being conducted. And my distinction in those areas gives me the capacity to serve you at the helm of the presidency of the Law Society. Lastly, you are aware that on Monday we will be going to court to pursue the litigation that we filed to challenge the decision that excluded me from the ballot. Now, people are asking me, why don't you wait until after the case is determined? Please don't ask me that question. Because if I was to wait until the case is determined, then it will mean that we don't have faith in what we're doing. But we have faith. We need to serve. We are propelled to serve. So allow us to talk to you, listen to what we have, be open to criticize and analyze, because we are here to serve you. See, sir? And God willing, as is our prayer, when the court determines this matter in our favor, please turn out in big numbers and vote for me. And because I can see Catherine is here with us, and she spoke immediately before me, also vote for her. Kama kuna mtu mwingine amekuja hapa amemuongelesha vizuri pia mpigie kura. We were with Joy Masinde a while back, but I think the temperature here was so high, it must have given a heat wave, so wanapumzika kidogo, lakini hapo pamoja nasi. Sawa sawa? Asanteni sana.